Welcome to another episode of the Fast Ratio. I'm Richard Marks, your host. Today I am doing an unboxing of the brand new FX30C Pro, which has come out by FOTSports. Link will be in the description. This was my first Bluetooth headset, which was a BTS2 Pro. I upgraded from that to a Maxto because I wanted the camera, 1080. I got a new helmet and went, rather than just getting the same one, let's try a different one out. So I purchased the FOTSports FX30C Pro. This unit, I loved it. I enjoyed the audio quality. The battery life was great. The reason I wanted to upgrade was camera. I've done another episode which was trying to pair this unit with my Maxto. This could only work in a passive state, needing the Maxto to create the connection. I'm going to do an episode of the install on this, the review and unboxing of this, as well as pairing between these two, seeing if this one can create the line and this one can create the line also. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the FOTSports, this particular one, I went this model as well because it has the Bluetooth 5, version 5. The other Maxto unit that I have is 4 something, I think, from memory. Don't hold me to that. Also, this is a later release, so obviously technologies have evolved, and I thought, why do I want to buy? Yes, it works. Yes, I've been happy with the other Maxto unit. However, let's try something new. So the boxing, I'll be completely honest, I purchased this with my own money. My opinions and my views are mine. I'm not being paid by them, I'm not sponsored by them, so it'll be pure honesty. I'll also be completely honest, I did open this, record a whole bunch of the footage, and then realised, I thought I'll just check and see if it recorded, and it did. So I have already had this open, I've taken some of the bandings off. We get a 64 gig memory card. It's nothing UB fast, it's entry level. Warranty card, no stamp, no sticker. I thought that was a bit crazy. It hasn't, like, often you just get some random sticker or a signature as such. I did like the quick guide that they give you. It's very informative, lots of pictures, very few words, and quite explanatory, which will help with setting it all up. We get a really cool, decent graphic picture. I'll take my hat off to that. The unit itself, it did have a bit of plastic on it that kind of broke in half when I took it off on the first shoot. We get a push to talk button, which I think will allow you to push and talk between you, so obviously you're not just got an open line. Lens cover for your 1080p lens, and you get a photo. That's going to take stills, I think. No, that might be just, I'll have to correct myself. I think this one is for your video, just start and stop, power it on. That's your snap, if you want to just get a photo. You're looking out, see a nice view. M is going to be probably your main buttons. And then you've got your rotary and a push button as such. Down below you're going to have, I think, USB-C charge port. Now the unit I like this one was you can charge off the bike whilst you have your headset connected and ride, which, yeah, it's a small component, but if you're doing a longer ride, there is nothing worse than being able to listen to music for 4 hours of your 12-hour ride, for instance, before you actually have to take it off, have it in your pocket or sit it somewhere whilst it charges before you can then put it back on. So what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, you're charging the unit, you're not actually listening to music or enjoying it, or being contactable, or being able to be in convoy with other riders. So that was part of why I chose this unit. The Maxto allows you to do that as well. However, I had thought about just getting another unit like the BT S2 Pro, however it only has the one port, which is either charging the unit or your headset. so I couldn't do both. So that's what led me to this. We have our headset there, and then we have all of our mounting accessories and goodnesses. Like I said, it was all back sealed, and so had to repack it all. Joyous, give you guys that real feel experience. I love the mounting option. So this is what will stay on the camera, on the helmet all the time, even when you take that off. So it seems decent. Downside with my Max Tote is one of the two, I suppose, channels or guides that clip in snapped one day, and ever since then it's been painful because it sits in. However, if I bump it or knock it, or I have been riding before and it's dislodged, it can then just be hanging there, and if you're riding along and you've just gone to like change a track or something, you now got this thing in your hand and you've either got to unplug it and jam it in your pocket. That's not pretty. I've been caught out a few times. So it's just for frustration. So this itself seems quite decent. There's a lot of metal bits in there, and again, you get a good chance to get your angles. There's another thing I didn't like with Max Tote was, if depending on the form of the helmet itself, kind of chose the angle of the camera by default. You could try to get a bit of angle, but because it was only in the bracket, that would reset and you could never get it the same as again, sort of thing. I'll also be interested to see how it goes, because you've got a little bit more buffer to whether or not that will give you shot past the chin. So the Max Tote, I always got just a fragment of the chin on the helmet. I'm being niggly. I'm trying to give you the most best opinion. So that's those components. There are these bits of rubber which are supposed to also help with that. So once I do my install, we'll get to see how that works. And you got ear parts, mouthpiece, but that's your hard mount. I don't like that. I don't like the hard tube. So what I will end up doing is, this is more for when you're talking about like an open face or something that doesn't have a chin on it. You'd be putting this piece in so that again you're able to get it out. If you've got an open face, now you're riding around with this hanging out. I don't use it enough to really want to have that on my bike helmet all the time, which is why on my open face helmet I chose not to do any headset. Partly was because you're going to have something sitting on you all the time. I could alternatively just choose to do earmuffs only, or earpieces, or just wear my AirPods. So you've got this cable here, which I will do an install shortly onto my brand new AGV helmet, which I've done a review for. I'll put the link in the description as well. I do apologise, there has been a little bit of delay in my videos. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on, which has reduced the amount of time I've been able to be recording. And in my video on the unboxing of this, I do talk a little bit about where we're at with the build, Cafe Racer build.